When the lights were ready to shine and Texas was preparing for a night of hope, one voice everyone was waiting to hear suddenly went silent. Kelly Clarkson, the powerhouse voice, the hometown favorite, pulled out of one of the biggest benefit concerts of the year. No warning. No performance. Just gone from the lineup. And the reason? It's not about schedules. It's not about contracts. It's something far more personal, something that's left her fans heartbroken and the music world in shock. Because behind the scenes, Kelly's facing a loss that no stage, no applause, and no sold-out crowd could ever fix. Created to help those devastated by the recent floods, this wasn't a night about fame. It was about hope, recovery, and honoring the heroes who risked everything to save lives. The lineup read like a who's who of country and Americana royalty: Miranda Lambert, Parker McCollum, Cody Johnson, Ryan Bingham, and more. Even Hollywood heavyweights like Matthew McConaughey and Dennis Quaid were set to take the stage. And in the middle of it all was Kelly Clarkson, the voice that could turn a single note into a moment you'd never forget. Fans were ready for her to bring the kind of performance that gives you goosebumps. But just days before the lights would go up, her name was gone. Quietly removed. No big announcement. Just missing. And when the explanation finally came, it revealed a story no one expected. The news didn't break in a press conference. It didn't come with a formal statement from Kelly herself. Instead, it appeared quietly, almost too quietly, on the concert's Instagram stories. Unfortunately, Kelly Clarkson will be unable to appear at Band Together Texas as planned due to personal circumstances. We send our love to Kelly and her family. That was it. No further details. No hint of what those personal circumstances really meant. Fans were left confused. Was she sick? Was there an emergency? Why step away from a cause so close to her heart? Then came the whispers. And within hours, the truth began to surface, a truth that would change the tone of this story entirely. On August 7th, the headlines shifted. Brandon Blackstock, Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband, the father of her 2 children, had passed away at just 48 years old. For more than 3 years, he had been quietly fighting melanoma, a serious form of skin cancer. The battle was long, exhausting, and deeply private. And in the end, he left this world peacefully, surrounded by family in his Montana home. A representative for the family confirmed it with a statement that carried the weight of finality. Brandon bravely battled cancer for more than 3 years. He passed away peacefully and was surrounded by family. It was the kind of loss that stops everything. Suddenly, the concert, the music, the schedules, none of it mattered. But for Kelly, this wasn't just about saying goodbye to someone from her past. It was about helping her children say goodbye to their dad. Kelly and Brandon's story was one the public watched unfold in real time. They married in 2013, a match that, at the time, looked like a perfect pairing of music royalty and industry insider. Together, they welcomed 2 children, River, now 11, and Remington, 9. But like so many relationships in the spotlight, theirs had its challenges. In 2020, Kelly filed for divorce. By 2022, it was finalized, a split that made headlines for its custody arrangements and financial disputes. Yet for all the ups and downs, one truth never changed. Brandon was the father of her children. And in moments like this, the past fades away, leaving only the reality of that bond. A source close to Kelly put it simply: she's heartbroken for them. Her kids are her entire world, and she's staying strong for their sake. And staying strong would mean making choices that would put family before everything else, even her career. In the days following Brandon's passing, Kelly began quietly stepping away from more than just one event. Her Las Vegas residency, a series of shows that had fans flying in from across the country, was suddenly put on hold. No encore. No rescheduled dates. Just a pause. Then came the news from television. For the upcoming season of The Voice, Kelly wouldn't be in her iconic red chair. Producers were already discussing temporary replacements. Names like Kelsea Ballerini and Miley Cyrus floated in the headlines. These weren't small decisions. They were signs of a woman drawing a line in the sand and saying, "Not now. My family comes first." And for Kelly, That meant putting her children at the center of her world, even if it meant disappearing from the spotlight for a while. For Kelly Clarkson, the stage has always been a second home, but home is where her heart truly lives. River and Remington aren't just her children, they're her anchor. And in the middle of this heartbreak, they are the reason she's getting up each morning. Friends say she's doing everything she can to keep life steady for them, shielding them from the chaos, giving them space to grieve, and reminding them they're loved beyond measure. It's the kind of role the cameras don't see. There's no spotlight, no applause. Just a mother sitting with her kids in the quiet, holding them a little closer, and letting them know that even in loss, they still have her. And while the music world waits for her return, Kelly's focus is fixed on something far more important than any chart-topping hit. In the end, this isn't just a story about a canceled concert or a postponed TV show. It's about loss, love, and the invisible strength it takes to put family above everything else. Kelly Clarkson's world may be filled with stages, cameras, and fans cheering her name, but at this moment, her focus is on the quiet, unglamorous work of being a mother. Sometimes, the bravest thing a star can do isn't to perform for thousands, but to simply show up for the ones who need her most. And while the music may be on pause, the story of resilience, love, and devotion continues, a reminder that, even in grief, priorities can guide us and hearts can heal. So as fans wait for Kelly to return, one question remains. When she steps back into the spotlight, will the songs carry a deeper, more personal meaning than ever before?